Alright guys, coming back with the Konami 4-player Ninja Turtles cabinet. Restore, repair, whatever. So, I knocked these door frame holders, stocks, whatever you call it. This side came off pretty clean. This side's got a lot more, must have had a lot more glue on it here. But no problem. I'll run a belt sander down across here, get it smooth, fill in any imperfections like this part right here needs filled in, and where somebody ran a screw in right there. Probably won't worry about that small hole. It's pretty decent. But I want to finish getting the staples out here, and I'll have to get a sander to it. Hey, what are you doing in there?
I'm trying to do these.
You're trying to fix them?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing?
Trying to start the races.
You're stacking them in there?
Yeah, start the race.
Okay.
A little pretty.
You're going crazy?
No, pretty.
Oh. Okay. Have you ever watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? No. Well, every time you see it on Netflix, you say you've seen it.
Yeah, that was on Disney. I got to watch it.
So should there be a yellow joystick or an orange one? Because I'm kind of confused on that. What's your thoughts? I always thought it was yellow, not orange. You don't give a crap, do you? Alright. Alright guys, got the cabinet on its side. So I want to note that there's like a little step right here, kind of cuts back in and goes to the back of the cabinet. It looks pretty rough, but it's kind of solid. We'll fix it up. Got a really bad breakout here. I'll have to work on it too. But got a belt sander right here, 36 grit. Gonna see how it works on stripping this side art off. And let's go ahead and pull this T-molding off if we can here. Yeah, I kind of wanted to leave this on for the rounded shape, but I think I can get that free-handed. Alright, well, I'm gonna let you know how it's going. Okay, so there was a coat of, or a couple coats of latex paint on that side art. Once I got chewed through that, I don't know, this took 10, maybe 15 minutes. You got to be real careful though. There's a spot right here, I don't know what I did, but when I brought the sander over, it kind of dug in right there. I see some crackage right here. I'm going to just drown that in some super glue and let it soak in. It's structurally sound, it's just cracked. And then I'll sand it and fill it in with Bondo. I may cut a groove in this crack, put some wood glue or some super glue in there, and fill the groove back in with Bondo. I was super careful around the edges because I didn't want to bevel the edge. you can see, as you're going, I just kind of watch where it's chewing at on there. It's not perfectly flat on the bottom, I don't think. It tends to get down into the wood a little bit more right in this area of the sander. So I pay real close attention to what's underneath here. This section of it digs down first. You think it would be flat, but it's really not. So I'm gonna go ahead and it's like I don't know, feels like 95 degrees in this garage, so probably gonna go help my wife plant the garden, and when it chills down a little bit later, I'm gonna start bondoing all this stuff and then sand it with like maybe some 120. I hit a nail or something right in here. I could hear it scraping steel, but I think it's pretty flat now. Something was poking out, a nail or something. Alright guys, worked pretty good. As always, it's a little bit of a learning curve with something that you haven't used before, but it's really not that difficult to figure out. Alright guys, my wife says it's too hot to plant, so I turned my fan around to blow in here instead of evacuate. Sorry for the shitty focus. And anyways, they built a tape dam here and put a spatula up under that side because Bondo usually don't stick to those too much. So I'm gonna let it dry and see how it goes. Put a little on here. Yeah, you guys know how my bondoing is. This is gonna look like, I don't know, a 2-year-old did it, but I'll sand it out. That shit ought to take stuff quick, that belt sander, so maybe it'll work out better to do it. Okay guys, it's been a long time, but getting this rebuilt. I got all kinds of Bondo stuck on here. Gonna let it harden up and then well, gonna sand it, see what it looks like, go over it one more time if I have to. Alright, so all I gotta say is a lot of wasted Bondo to get this. But, I mean, I'm happy with it. It's much more feeling here now. So I'm gonna just continue bondoing spots on here along the edges and straightening up anything I can, and then going to give it a final sanding. Probably, I don't know. If I go to do something other than that, I'll come back on. So this might be the next to the last clip for this video. Alright, got it stood up. I'm 99% happy with this side. I see a few spots I want to go over, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around, lay this side on the ground, and start stripping the other side. We'll take a look at it before and after I strip. Alright, it's on its side. Gonna go ahead and change my belt sander back to 36 grit, and I'm gonna start tearing this off. So yeah, I mean, you can see where all the old side art was ripped, and then they painted it black. Up here too. This isn't side art, that's just paint on the wood. So after I'm sanded, I'll come back on, we'll see it sanded, and then I'll start filling in these spots. This bottom side ain't as bad as the last one. I don't have to contend with that big breakout, or this is a little chewed up here, but it's solid, you know. It's not even swollen. It's just from it getting knocked off of shit. You know, I don't know if I've said this before, but every cabinet I've ever done's had these feet on it, and it's like, I don't understand what the operators were doing. It's like they put these fucking things on here for a reason, to keep the bottoms off the goddamn floor. Seriously, what's the deal with that? You know, I swear if these were adjusted properly, like this Simpsons cabinet, it's up off the floor, and I'll bet that bottom ain't near as chewed up as this one. It's ridiculous. Okay, now you see I've pulled the art off here, and I just fired this up to start scratching this, and I wanted to stop because it is 9:36 p.m. So when I get this down to pretty much bare wood, I'll see what time it is, and then we'll know how long it took me. So 9:36. Okay guys, it is 9:53, and I also stopped and changed the belt because well, it was blowing apart on me. So yeah, however long that is, I forget when I started, but that's what time it is now. Alright, so I'm probably going to clean up this bottom, you know, go through and flake off all the loose flaky wood, and maybe hit it with the belt to you know, get it to solid stuff, and then start bondoing it up. Come on when I'm done with that. Okay, so took my orbital sander, 150 grit, kind of ran it along here, you know. Yes, I rounded over the edge because it helps knock all the loose crusty shit to hardwood again. Well, that's what the Bondo is for, to square it back out, right? Alright, that's what I'm going to be doing. Alright guys, got it Bondoed. Yep, that's what you call it, but I'll sand it down. Not sure if I'm going to sand this tonight or if this is it, but depends on my wife wants to come out and hang out with me or not. I'm gonna let this stuff dry, then I'll decide what I'm doing. Alright guys, I got this cleaned up. So I got small spots like this all the way down the back. I gotta touch up this and here, and right here, and a little bit out here along this corner. Did the back. And I got tired of pissing with this corner, so I just rounded the son of a bitch over. I got it roughly shaped right now, and then I'll finish it with my orbital sander. Just make a real nice radius on the end of that. I don't care if it's factory or not, it'll look good. So this is what, Ninja Turtles Part 2. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. We'll continue on with this from this point on the next one. So subscribe and shit. Peace.